So enigmatic and charismatic. Gotta live static, gotta get at it. Never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game. Rearrange all the pieces till they say my name. Push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna 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 start a revolution. I'm on top now, while me kissing babies. Call me out, president, boss tool, hate me. I'ma trust my gut, you don't faze me. I'ma give my blood, don't save me. Damn it, never enough, still chasing every single dream that I've had since I was 18. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution.
The views and opinions on Pain Train Pipebomb are of the cast and crew only. Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer and listener discretion is advised. Pain Train Pipebomb Productions presents Pain Train Pipebomb, starring Melissa Mitro, Meice Gonzalez, and Ricky Litwinkowicz. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Give Us a Shot Network, IPMNation.com, YouTube, Instagram, and Sound Machine FM. Need merch? Go to shop.spreadshirt.paintrainpipebomb.com or paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com. This show is produced and edited by Ricky Litwinkowicz and Chris Rex. Recorded and produced in Brooklyn, New York, Tobyhanna, Pennsylvania, and Mesa, Arizona.
Is everybody twinning?
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Pain Train Pipe. We are cocked and loaded tonight. I can say cocked because I can. I am back from the lovely little emergency room trip for 5 days. We have our whole crew back, including Ryan and Tyson from Robots and Gods. Welcome back to the show, guys.
Reporting for
That boys.
It feels good to be back behind the microphone and the camera for a change. I almost feel like I've
I
been
know.
kind of hiding.
Why? It hasn't been that bad, has it?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Like, I've been doing the arch rivals football shows, and it's not the same. Like that one's supposed to be all prim and proper, and now I'm just gonna get nasty and rude. Kind of like the radio show.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
She's dropping shit. Everybody's just gonna be dropping shit all night, which is just one of those weird things.
Well, because I'm not used to doing this from my phone. Usually I have, other ways of doing this.
Well, we have Mr. Kurt Valenti from the K&K Sports Show, who's going to be on Arch Rivals on Saturday. What's up? I actually popped on Kurt's show earlier. It was pretty fun trying to do the Wits and Wagers things. Stephen Waldman's in the house, and then everybody else is currently watching. But if you are, you know what? I don't have the soundbite. Damn it! I don't have the warm and squishy soundbite. Please share this thing out. Hit the like button. If you haven't yet, follow, subscribe, like, share. Stealing Meice's thunder. So what's been up with everybody? Like, how's everybody been?
A lot better than you, apparently.
Yeah. Yes. It's just been one crazy 2 weeks for the whole deal.
I'm glad you're okay, dude. Good to have you back.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just let everybody know I had a really, really bad infection, and I really didn't like. I waited. I waited the day to see what it was before I'd actually gone to the doctor. I discussed it with everybody, and they admitted me. I really was not a fan of being admitted, but I stayed the 5 days. The hospital food was good. Thank God for the last 2 days I had nobody in my room. What was that, Meice?
said no one ever. Whoever says they like the hospital food.
Dude,
pretty weird.
I had the most amazing chicken for hospital food. I had fish. I had beef stew. I had beef brisket. Like, I could not go wrong with the meals. Lunch and dinner were amazing. Breakfast, on the other hand, that sucked balls.
Wow.
I mean, shit, if that was your only complaint about being in the hospital,
You did all
that
right.
food was bad, then shit, why not?
Listen, the crappiest oatmeal that looked like wet cement and the worst eggs that looked like you could fill them with foam, that was my only downfall for meals. So
I'm going to start
could've been
taking
way
pictures of
worse.
what they bring my mom. And then we're going to compare.
I did take pictures of my food. And I'm going to tell you, I really should have done a better job taking the pictures, but my food was actually very delectable even looking at the picture.
You're lucky that they didn't saw your leg off or something, because sometimes they make mistakes. Like, oh, we got your chart here, Ricky. Looks like you're getting your left leg removed.
Well, here's the funny thing, right? So it's kind of funny to say this in a way, but it was like the worst miserable way to even deliver it. So I stay overnight Sunday into Monday, and what the hell is that? What is that comment?
What is what?
Which one of you ladies needs a spanking? I don't even know what that means. Anyway, so I stay over Sunday into Monday, and they were like, "Oh, you're just getting a sonogram." Okay, fine. This is all good. I can go home, right? No. Doctor comes in. He goes, "You're diabetic." Like, not even softening the blow. He goes, "Oh, you're diabetic." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, really? That's how you deliver it? Should I just get up and just punch you square in the face?
I mean,
For just
no,
delivering
was
it that
he
way?
supposed to put it in an envelope with a little bow on it or something for you?
You could probably phrase it a different way than just blatantly coming out like, "Oh, you're diabetic." So I give that news to my parents. I'm texting them from my hospital room. And my father just blatantly goes out, "Oh, you're just going to end up like your grandfather. You're going to be on the legless." Like, that doesn't, that, I don't even know if that was worse as the guy just saying, "Oh my God, you're diabetic." Like, that, I mean, just blatantly come out, "Oh yeah, you're losing both your legs." And that's what's the outcome of this going to be. Could you not get any more worse than that? How you're not sitting there miserable and
I
crying
feel bad
and shit.
about leg chopping off thing now. Sorry about that.
No, but I mean, like there was
I mean, it was a leg infection that he had. Let's
I
just put
know.
it out
Now
there.
I'm like, oh shit.
But like my my father could not put it any like more softly. Be like, oh yeah, you're losing your legs, because that's what happened to your grandfather. And I'm like, God, Dad, could you not like, it's just bad enough that I'm finding out that I'm diabetic, but geez, like, what the hell?
Oh man.
So, but I've been home since Thursday. Like I've been. And this is the one thing that I'm going to say tonight, and I'm going to say a lot tomorrow. Like you guys especially, like reached out to find out what was going on, and it's crazy because like a lot of the bands that like we have on Pipebomb Radio, like as soon as I put the post that I was in the emergency room, like I got flooded with messages, flooded. I was still not like 3/4 of the way through all of the messages that I got while I was there. Like that's how many messages I got. So I really do thank a lot of people that that messaged me even while I was there. When I got home, it was just a little. It's overwhelming, but it's a great feeling to know that everybody reached out.
I'm going to get a special Christmas gift for all I've done in the last 2 weeks. I'm just putting it out there.
Should we boot this dude or what? Because like that, like.
But what? What's the problem?
We have a troll. We have a
Nate
troll.
Skate? That's got to be his real name, right?
No. That's his alias.
Big Packer fan.
He's a cheesehead?
Yep.
Oh, God. We make more milk, but we can't kill chickens and cows. That's good.
Why? Was there more than the one comment? Because that's the only one I saw.
There's another comment here that says, how about the chick who has more chins than a Chinese phone book? Does she need her fat ass paddled with a boat oar?
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, I think we need to,
Sounds like somebody has issues.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, I do have that big curse word behind me, it's just kind of out there. Yeah, now I got to figure out how to do this shit. God damn it! See, this is what you get for not being behind the controls for like a week and a half.
Rusty.
Yeah,
Rusty.
and I kind of messed up on Tuesday's show too because. Yeah, Mr. Nate, if you can just kindly excuse yourself from our show, please, thank you. Because then I really like if you were on YouTube, like I would definitely destroy your world. But on Facebook, because you got a lot of mamby-pamby homos on here. I'm not even joking when I say it.
Just go.
Because I had this. There's this one dude, and it's funny because like this has not been talked about on Pipebomb at all. The Crazy Joe show. The guy is legit racist. Claims that he's going to try to do everything clean and then just somehow miraculously screws himself up. Like he's just a freaking tool.
I don't know.
I don't know who he's referring to, but I really, really would like to just pop him in his mouth for talking some mad shit. You don't come on to this show and talk shit. That's not what we do here. If we are, it's about other people, not about
I mean we do promote some type of violence, but yeah, that's just not called for.
Did you just say we don't talk shit here? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Pipebomb's very kind of peaceful name.
Have you?
Oh,
that is like the biggest fucking lie on the face of the earth.
Listen, the
You
one.
can't even pretend that we don't talk shit because you know that we do.
Oh, I know we do, but
Yeah, you guys are from New York. Come on.
It's straight jealousy, is what it is.
Oh, okay. So this is Nate's next comment. Hey, chick with the double chins, how much flour does it take for you to find your wet spots? And my comment to you would be 3 times the amount it would be to find your mom's. I am the comeback king, dude. Don't even bother trying me. I mean,
Is it going to be one of those kinds of nights tonight?
Listen, at this point right now, I think the one thing that it's been is that I have not been going off, and this may be the gentleman that he kind of sets the bar for me tonight.
We should talk
Right
about
off the
happy
bat,
things.
Who's giving us the views? Give us the comments. Come on, it's cool. You're giving us exposure. We love it.
Oh, I'm just glad that he just said, "Oh, good luck with that. She's dead." That's another blatant way to put it. Oh, she's dead.
Do you remember the guy that used to call our show all the time with those like stupid prank call things?
Oh, believe it or not, here's the
I
even
think it was
funnier
like
thing.
our whole first season of the show.
If it happens tonight, it will go live on the air, and I'm going to be like, "Oh shit, you know what? You're calling a fucking radio show. Is that really the best way to go?" Because I've done it on Pipe Bomb Radio plenty of times. Ronnie says don't do it. Ronnie, are you going to take care of the light work tonight? Oh, jeez.
Isn't it pretty sad that as a man, the only person he can attack out of the five of us is a woman? Doesn't that explain a whole lot about him as a man?
Well, he probably has a micro penis and can't compensate for it.
So he thinks that picking on fat chicks like me is gonna get him somewhere. Dude, come up with something better. Don't pick on me.
He's reading the book of insults that's been dated since like 1814.
But on the for real, from like wherever he fucking is typing, the little thug typing from, dude. And
dude, stop looking through the fucking magnifying glass to make sure that your penis is big.
Boo! Not to you. To him. That was just bad timing. Sorry. Boo to you,
I'm kind of thinking he may upgrade to a microscope at some point.
I hope he's not one of our fans. We don't.
Oh man, that would be would that not be tainted and weird at the same time?
What kind of shit are you bringing here?
Yeah.
We're trying to bridge.
Oh my god.
That's it. That was it right there. We just solved the whole thing right there. They come on, we get this guy. Obviously, he's with them.
It's funny.
Listen.
I think it's just a random asshole sighting. You know what I mean? They pop up every now and then.
Randoms? Yeah, well, you know.
We love to be hated, bro. It's cool.
Well, again, like he's, you know.
That's probably the shit you used in the 80s, bro. Come up with something new. I'm sure there's more diets now. More 21st century. Jeez. This dude is probably from the 80s and he's stuck. I mean, he's talking about Jenny Craig. You might as well bring out, what's that dude's name? Richard Simmons?
Richard Simmons?
What's that dude? Yeah, I probably should talk about
Yeah, nice.
We're talking about 80s shit. This dude must be older than my grandma.
He's probably older than dirt.
He probably has nothing but he's retired. Or even better, he doesn't have a job. He lives with his mama and he lives off of his grandmother's inheritance, which isn't very much. That's why he can only afford internet.
What $1.83?
Yeah.
I think it's probably some 10-year-old kid.
We could talk about. No, it can't be 10-year-old. He wouldn't know about Jenny Craig. Got to be at least a 30-year-old.
Oh yeah, well, that's true. Oh my god.
He just called Richard Simmons a closet asshole. Ah, you're so original. My God, so original.
Should we play a song like something? You know.
Well, if I knew I can get away with it, I would play one of my favorite themes ever. "I'm an Asshole" by that famous comedian.
Maybe play some Enya so this guy can chill out a bit.
Who can
sail away, sail away, sail away? You know.
Yeah, we request some Enya.
Yeah.
There's some dope keywords
flow there, dude. Come on.
in Enya.
Well, since this gentleman's been around, we got the lovely sound from Conor McGregor.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Exactly. Who the fuck is that guy? Love Conor McGregor. He's a regular on our show. So is Gordon Ramsay too.
I can't even deal with you.
All right. So we have to get down to a little bit of business here. Guys, what is going on? Like I am super psyched for Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I am
good.
super
We are
psyched.
too.
Very psyched.
So what do we?
Tell us about
So give us a little bit of info about the show for Saturday.
Well,
Go ahead,
so we I don't know if we were even supposed to talk about the fact that it's not like an actual show where we're doing it at 7:00 that night. But it was pre-recorded. We went to a studio. They kind of did somewhere they had bands coming in and out, like it might have been for like a week or so, and just everybody recorded their sets. And I think they did like 3, 4, maybe even 5 bands a day or something. So it was kind of like it's like an assembly line for bands basically. But yeah, then they mix it up. But you're in the studio and you just record your half-hour set, and then it sounds awesome. And they got a few different camera angles there, so it's like being at a live show, but obviously not. But the sound should be pretty killer, and the video should look pretty killer. You get to see your boys in probably 4K or something, which is frightening. Thank Christ I'm behind the drums. But yeah, we're pretty psyched. We're very excited to see how it came out, and we're excited for everybody that watched it to see the same, because we got some new songs in there.
Yeah, we got a couple new songs.
In there. So yeah, we're psyched to hear what people think about the new songs for sure.
Well, I can definitely tell you on behalf of the Pipebomb Radio staff that we have been anxiously, and I mean anxiously, waiting for new RNG music, because Darnell still does have your song as his ringtone. And yes, he downloaded it and he made it his ringtone. So
He did.
like it is pretty, like I have it on my phone. It always comes up like the first 7 songs in my phone. So I've been listening to it, and I can't tell you that I haven't beat the shit out of it still. But we really are looking forward to the new stuff. Like, it's a lot of us have been patiently waiting. Some of us have been ripping down walls and burning down buildings because there hasn't been new stuff yet.
Exactly. That's how you ended up in the hospital. You just went on a rampage.
I think that's probably the half of it.
Robots and gods, can they write another fucking song, please?
Yeah, we love our 2 new songs. Actually, I think we're all pretty excited about them. We think they're the best things we've written so far. Yeah, it's funny because the live streams, everyone assumes they're actually live, but most of them are not actually live. But it was interesting because they give you 15 minutes to set up, and then you got your half-hour set and 15 minutes, and you're out of there. So it was a really you blitz. And so I think it is going to feel like, like a live show, because it's definitely, that we didn't get to go back and redo any songs, although we might have wanted to, because we're a little bit rusty, and, we hadn't, performed in a year and a half. I think we're over 500 days now since the last time we actually performed live, in front of people. So, but it's weird. I think everyone must have been practicing the last little bit, because I think we sound better than we've ever sounded.
What kind of level are we looking at? Are we on the same level as More? Is there a little bit heavier, a little bit lighter?
I should know the names of them, but they're so new. The one song we have our names that we make up for them, right? So the one that we wrote, I came in with some ideas, and Greg, our guitar player, said, "Oh, this song's called Headache," and we're like, "Why is it called that?" And he's like, "Because I got a headache." And so we've been calling it Headache forever. But then Bogdan has to come in and write lyrics, and he's not going to be like, "Oh, I've got a headache," he's not do that, right? So yeah, it's do you remember what it's called, Ryan? I don't even know.
Well, what I don't even. It's like a working title. One.
Yeah. I think it's I Can't Breathe, or something like that.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah. So, but it's something like that.
I mean, was that how everybody felt afterwards? Yeah, I can't breathe.
It was like
I think
42 degrees here, and we're like,
yeah.
Fucking breathe.
I don't. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a little bit.
The song, it was ridiculous.
It might be a little bit topical. That one, I would say, but also, about just the feeling of, I mean, I don't write the lyrics, I will sometimes, if he asks for advice, I'll go and maybe change a few things or whatever, especially before the recording process. We might all get in a room and do that. But for the most part, he's writing all the lyrics, and it's his project. So I wouldn't want to speak for him.
Yeah.
But it's that song I really like. It's kind of a slow build song in a way. But I love it. It's the best
Tyson
song we've
came
written.
up with a really cool keyboard part, and then we just jammed with that. This is kind of the way we create the stuff. Is someone comes with an idea. It's not usually any full song idea at all. It's always like a riff or like the piano part or the keyboard part that Tyson had. It did not sound like what the song would kind of eventually turn into. Like, we kept the part because it's super cool, and it's like a really cool intro leading up to it, and then it's more of a driving kind of song. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough. It's definitely different than More.
Very different.
I don't know how you'd really classify More musically, more grunge rock, I guess. And I would say like the new stuff is, I don't know, maybe more melodic, but still got that, the heavy element. You can hear it in the guitars, you can hear it in the drums, obviously, and the bass. And yeah, it's still got the Robots and God sound 100%, but we're kind of excited about the songs that we've been writing recently. They seem a little more, I don't know, grown up, more musical. I would say it's fun, super fun.
Yeah, I think that for me, I sort of have pushed myself to kind of come up with different parts before I come in, rather than just sort of spontaneously writing stuff. And I think just coming in with something, and Greg's done that too. Greg will come in with a riff or something just to get it started, and then you kind of go. And I mean, the place that I think the other song was one that sort of Greg had started, of the two new ones that we're performing on Saturday. But the way that both of those went, I don't think either one of us would have predicted. They're just very different sort of, once you have input from everybody else, it changes a lot.
Did you when you guys come up with the riffs, like I've been, a lot of bands have been going through this. Did you try to maybe like mix some of them a little bit together before you guys went in and just like went full bore with doing the tracks in the studio, or was it everybody's got their spot, just blend it in as we go?
Well, as far as the studio, you mean for the live stream, or?
No, I mean for getting the new music ready.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we need to we're definitely planning on getting better at that. It's always, we're going to be like super planned out. Tempos are going to be set. We're going to have like a list of things. I mean, even last time when we did More, Tyson had he had tons of ideas that he came in with for different parts of the songs that, either did or didn't get added, but it's always good to have more. I know Greg did the exact same thing. And if I have extra parts, then I'll add them. But overall, we try to be as ready as possible, as practiced as possible. And
well, we are planning on going into an actual recording studio as well. We're hoping to record 2 songs. So in the fall. So we will hopefully be releasing 2 new songs early next year. That's the plan. So we haven't picked which songs we're going to do. We're going to work with a different producer this time, which is kind of exciting. But it's not totally finalized, so I'm not going to say their name or anything. But yeah, it's someone that we've are all excited to work with. But yeah, for going into the studio, I think, for me, like, I'm going to go and have, maybe sub bass parts and maybe some higher stuff on the keyboard. And I'm going to have be as prepared as I can once I know the song. And just adding those extra little layers on top of it. Right. And to me, it's not up to me really. If that part makes it in, it's up to the people who are recording and mixing it. And, maybe it's in there and it's way in the background and you can only kind of hear it. Yeah, I mean, for writing these songs, it's interesting trying to get into, I usually it's one person brings in an idea and then we hash it out and we argue about it, and we sometimes throw things out. Sometimes the original idea that we bring in, we don't even end up using it.
Yeah.
There's no real ego, I think, within the band. Like we're everybody. I don't mind if Ryan writes a keyboard part, or it doesn't matter. If I write a guitar part, or Jerry writes something.
I'm constantly keyboarding.
Yeah. So it's more about the end product, which that's what we want to make sure it's the best song it can be.
Exactly. That's why we don't have like multiple albums at this point, or even an album, because we're just so focused on the quality. Like after we heard More, we're like, holy shit, okay, everything has to sound like that. That's
or
radio
better.
Quality. Yeah, that or better. Exactly. Of course, yeah. Like going with these new songs that we're gonna do, we're gonna strive to make everything sound better. And like Tyson said, no ego. You can't have ego going into the studio either, because when we did More, you got to trust the producer you're working with, that they're going to be trying to make your product sound better, the best it can, the most radio friendly, the most ear friendly. Like you gotta, because like a lot of stuff got changed on that song, and I'm sure a lot of stuff will get changed on the songs that we decide to do the next time around. So yeah, you got to be ready to just make the changes. Like we literally were making the changes in the studio with More, especially with the drums and the beginning part. That wasn't normally part of it. And then like the tom part that I do at the beginning up to the first chorus, I didn't used to do it that way, but our producer came up with the idea, and everything just sounded way better. So yeah, you got to trust them.
That's cool.
Ladies, got any questions?
I just can't I just can't wait to hear the new stuff they're working on.
I know.
Believe me, there is a list of people waiting, and there's only so long I could beat them off with a stick to say, hey, it's coming, relax. We are still dealing with the global bastard. Like things are not the same way in every place as it could be either here or there. So, it just takes time. And I think that's a lot of things. One of a lot of things that a lot of people just don't understand at this point.
I think what people don't understand at this point is that it's more than just time. It's mostly money, to be honest.
Yeah.
We have time. We can make time. That's no issue. It's putting the amount of dollars towards it that will make it as good as possible. But you guys, once it comes out, like you guys will be getting the early sneak on this stuff. That is for sure.
Well, I am going to be watching the stream on Saturday.
We appreciate that.
I definitely first off, I looked forward to the one that you guys did in the studio, the little acoustic set, and that kind of satisfied the palate for a little while. Although I probably watched that more, quite a few hundred times. But I'm not like it's good to know that everybody is starting to get back into the groove a little bit, and everybody's gonna get to hear new music because when I get it, I'm playing the shit out of it.
Love it, dude.
Nice.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we know. It's gross.
Well, we really appreciate that, and we haven't tried doing this before, having a paid live stream. So we appreciate everyone who's going to put out their, I know money's tight for a lot of people these days, right? So everybody is putting out their $15 Canadian, to watch it. But all the money that we make off this live stream is going straight into recording. So that's our priority right now. We want to get back in the studio and have more material. And, hopefully, we do have a performance booked for November. So live in front of people. So, fingers crossed that it happens.
With actual people?
In front of actual people.
Not cardboard cutouts, right? We actually have living, breathing people.
Yeah. So so we're excited about that. Hopefully, I'm not exactly optimistic. Like it might not actually happen. But well, hopefully things turn around and we get to perform in November in front of a pack of sweaty, I guess, COVID-free people. Hopefully.
Spit and sweat everywhere.
Oh, sorry, I said the C word.
It's all right. I'll bleep it out. I've been learning how to bleep things out lately.
Nice.
No, but I think the good thing about, even if like you guys are doing the recorded stream on Saturday, and then if you get the chance to in November get to do the live stream, it's again, it's a different animal. I did this with Clay Soldiers a few weeks back, where they actually had played their first live gig for the year, and I mean, it was a good experience because they did perform in front of, I think it was like 50 live people. Because of whatever restrictions there were in the UK. And everybody was legit spaced out. But I guess now, like, until I guess everything really calms down, and we still don't know when that part is going to be, people are going to start getting back to the normal a little bit. And the crowds may not be what we would love to have them as, but at least we'll have a crowd to play in front of.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I think, too, like, one of the things that we talked about is really having our set, you know, in the right order and trying to make it exciting, just the way that you know, picking which songs are going to work the best for performing live and everything else. So yeah, I think the people who watch on Saturday they're going to be happy. We you know, we maybe didn't do as much practicing as, you know, because we weren't able to for the last year and a half, but we've all been thinking about it and planning it. And, you know, when we were able to practice, we practiced hard, and I think it just, everybody's chops are really, really good. So I think it's, yeah, I'm proud of everybody, you know. I we're all, you know, we don't know what's going to happen necessarily in the future, but as far as the band, everybody's super tight with each other, and you know, it's a really good. Everyone's great musicians, and everyone's a great person. So I'm really happy to be playing with these guys.
Well,
yeah, and we formulated the set so it's like it's you know, like if you only get 30 minutes usually. Sometimes we get 45 at some of the live shows or whatever. But you know, specifically for this, we knew it was 30 minutes. It had to be on time. You know, nobody can go over. So no screwing around. So every time we practice, we made sure, okay, this is like, you know, 27 and a half minutes or whatever. And it's, you know, it's not just, okay, you know, this is the song we're doing next. It's like the first three is like, well, you'll see. We got to leave something. No, it's not super exciting, but it's just the formula we had was just like, you know, right at the beginning, it's just going to be quick, 3 songs in a row, boom, in your face, 3 great songs. It just, you know, seems more professional. It's more fun to watch, more fun to listen to.
Carol's asking why not just play for androids instead of living people.
Well, if they can afford the $15 on Saturday, they're welcome to come. I don't think they're that advanced yet.
We'll get a whole bunch of multiple versions of Data from Star Trek, and then just like stand them all over the place. Put them in different outfits.
We're gonna need a lot of foundation to make them look like Data.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be, well, I know Meice's got like a whole room full of makeup over there. I'm pretty sure she can help you out.
Whoa, that was a shot. Are you in the chat, Ricky? What the fuck? Talking like that, man. What the hell?
No. She used to have these walls full of like all these nail polishes and shit, and she took them down for space.
Nail polish problem.
Yes. She has an addiction to nail polish.
The first few times Meice came on with us, she had walls full of nail polish. It looked like she was doing the show from the nail salon.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Are you at work?" I'm like, "No." Where do you work at? Not a nail salon.
Well, it's always those weird things we can always pull on the show.
Yeah. I've got my dildo collection on the wall here that you can't see, so that's good. That's why I got the camera.
Can you take a picture and send it to me?
Now I gotta get a whole bunch of dildos so I can take a picture and send it.
Oh my god. So do you guys know anything about the bands that are going to be on the show with you guys?
Yes. Well, only one of them. And unless I don't know about you, Ryan. Do you know them at all?
I was hoping you would say I know both of them, and yeah, it's
we're great friends.
I
You know,
haven't really checked it out, unfortunately.
let me just.
So
yes.
is that a big fat no? Is that what you're trying to say?
You know,
More or
I
less.
don't know Rocket Fuel. I don't know if we've played with them or not.
We have played with Rocket Fuel. Yeah,
I-
they're I do remember them. We played
Okay.
with them at the railway. So
Okay, yeah, I thought we
played with
had.
them. Definitely a rock band. I think I don't want to say bar rock because that sounds like a slight, but I think they're just like
Straight ahead rock.
Yeah, exactly. Straight ahead, hardcore, not hardcore, but just rock.
Yeah,
the other band, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Rocket Fuel. We did play with them, and they're a good band. Introduce Wolves. They're from Whistler, so we haven't actually played with them, but I like them. I think we booked this with Live Acts, which is a company that's based in Canada here, and they intentionally try to pick other bands that would fit together. So I think genre-wise, like the three of us are kind of in the same kind of area, like kind of like Introduce Wolves is kind of, I don't know, maybe not quite Pearl Jam, but they like all three bands have kind of a bit of a grunge feel to it. So yeah, I think they're all. It's a good.
It's a good fit
group.
with everybody
Yeah,
together.
it's a good fit. I think musically, I think all three bands kind of have a common thread. It'd be a fun actual show. So maybe after we could do real shows with them, that'd be pretty fun. Yeah. I had a quick chat with the Introduce Wolf guys. We didn't actually see them when we were playing. It's all COVID and masks and the whole thing. So, but I did, reach out to them and say hello. And Rocket Fuel, I did not reach out to them, but sorry guys, I should have.
They'll be watching this show later and be like, "What the fuck, man? Why didn't you reach out to us? You got to the other band."
Yeah. I'll probably watch it and go, "Oh yeah, those guys. I did talk to them." You play we played a lot of shows, right? So you get to know the different bands and stuff like that, and you play with them, and I usually go and have a beer and talk to them after your show and stuff. So
yeah,
it's fun.
So like here's another thing, because we kind of like never touched base on it the last time you guys were on when we did the Independence Canadian Day show. Any of the bands that you guys were in the Battle of the Bands with, did you guys make any contact with them? Any of those guys at all? Or was it like, okay, we were here, c'est la vie, we're just going to do our own thing?
Actually, they're planning on doing the Battle of the Bands again this year. So we've actually been talking to them, and actually did an interview with them, but I don't know if they'll ever air it or not. But they are planning on doing another Battle of the Bands. I don't know if if they're planning on keeping it virtual, or I'm not sure what their plans are. But yeah, we've been in touch with a couple people from that event, and actually one of the judges actually is a big fan of our band and has been sort of championing us. Yeah, which that was exciting. Yeah, it was yeah, asking us about touring when all that stuff opens. So that was kind of exciting to have that conversation with one of the judges about all that stuff. So yeah, so and that's another thing that we like to do at some point when we're able to is play outside of Vancouver. So
that's it. Road trip.
Yeah.
We're open here in New York. We can actually get you on stage now.
Well, the States is really tricky because you have to get visas and all that kind of stuff. We definitely like to play, Vancouver Island and in Alberta, like Calgary, Edmonton. That's, quite easy to do, easy to get to from here. And then we were talking about the other places we would like to go internationally, and the places that we talked about were Japan or Mexico or both. I think Mexico City would be a pretty amazing place to go.
If you do the Japan trip, you gotta book me as like one of your like band setup guys. Stage setup.
He is dying.
I am dying to go to Japan.
Drum tech.
I am really dying to go to Japan. You have no idea.
Yeah, I'm spoiled. I've been there. It's an amazing country. I loved going there. The people are so friendly. The food is crazy and amazing, and it's got everything. It's modern. It's got lots of history. I think, those are the 2 places. Mexico City I've been to a couple of times too, and I just think it's a phenomenal. I mean, if you like cities, I think it's the biggest by population, or one of them for sure, and it's just got everything you could want, for a city. I've been to rock shows there, and they're nuts. So I just think that actually getting to play in one of those venues that I've been to would be like unbelievable. So.
Oh yeah, Japan loves their rock.
Yeah.
I a few years
I
ago
think they're big with music in general.
Well,
yeah.
the thing
Everything.
The thing is that the culture of the way that the music is, like, it's big in certain spots. Like, I found Baby Metal as like a pretty cool band, even though they're not together anymore. They had women issues, but like their style is just outrageous. Like, I love the way that a lot of the guitar riffs are done. The style is just miles ahead of like stuff I've seen here. Even 80s, 90s style is just totally significantly larger in difference than what I've ever seen.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, just for us being from Canada, when we're looking at, going to either Tokyo or Mexico City, both of those cities have almost the same population as Canada does. And you could, you're talking about, I don't have my stats in front of me, but I think it's around 25 million just for Japan, right? So, or over 20, I believe. So, I mean, there's enough venues that you could just play in one city, different venues around. You don't even have to go to different cities. But for sure, and they have everything there, as you would expect with cities that big. Really, just any style of music you could possibly imagine. But Japanese music and Japanese culture is super dope. Like, it's our artist who did our merch is actually lives in Tokyo, and she's amazing. So if you guys want to buy some merch, we actually have our name in Japanese writing. You can order a T-shirt that says "Robots and Gods" in Japanese.
That's cool.
I am going to be looking at purchasing one of those because it will match the Paint Train Pipebomb that we have in Japanese as well. I would love to have the matching shirts right next to each other.
We would love you to have that too.
Because I'll
buy as many as you want.
Well, it's funny though, because I think that one of the things that with the originality like bands are trying to do now, a lot of them are not doing the foreign language stuff, and if you hit it big, like if you get noticed in a foreign country like Japan, they will buy your merch up in a heartbeat. Like, you'll run out of stock fast. So, like, I've already learned that lesson. I think we've sold like 25 of the shirts with it in Japanese, and like we have no more. So it's done.
Awesome. Yeah, that's why it's cool that Tyson's been doing a lot of looking into Mexico City for touring and stuff, and talking about doing some songs in Spanish and stuff, like just to market to other places and get fans and get people to buy your merch. But yeah, fans mostly. We would love, like, obviously we want to sell merch, but fans that would want you to come to their town and stuff, that's kick-ass.
Yeah.
All right, so I do have on the screen coming up now the website for the event. It is liveacts.ca/events. I'm going to put it in the chat here, and then the description for the show. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. That apparently works for everything. It does show on here. It's Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Now that's 8 p.m. Western time, correct?
Pacific time, yeah.
Yes, okay. So for those over on the East Coast, that would be 11 p.m.
That's 11 p.m. for us.
We would be watching that probably in our jammies and jumping up and down like crazy little children.
That's what we want.
Please video yourself doing that.
Absolutely. We want to see it.
I will Instagram live myself doing
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
Well, I think Ricky will be here watching it with me, so we can do that together.
I love it.
Yeah. And again, they will be it will be with Introduce Wolves and Rocket Fuel. Tickets are $15, plus fees. Now that $15 is Canadian.
Yeah. So what's that in US?
I'm gonna
$4
It's like
actually
nothing.
I'm actually gonna
It's like
look that now.
Probably like off something, I bet.
Let's see. These are one of those things I really should have done in advance.
Hell of a deal if you're in America.
What's $15 Canadian in American money?
She didn't answer.
$11.85.
Oh, so
Oh, you're all over it.
Oh my god.
so it'll be probably like about $12 United States for
I
the
pay a lot of shit in Canada.
what?
I always find stuff on eBay from Canada, and I always get excited when I see the CA because that's Canada. Because I know if it says $1, it's probably like 60 cents.
Yeah.
So I get excited.
Oh. I am stoked for Saturday. By the way, like I'm like the minutes are counting down, and I'm very excited. I really am.
We're excited to watch it too, actually, because we haven't actually seen it. So
we're excited and a little nervous.
A little bit nervous. There's probably
Y'all will be fine. Don't be nervous. You got it.
What was
Thank
that?
you. We appreciate that.
All right, so I did find
there.
descriptions for the bands, which is good.
okay.
Introduced Wolves is alternate rock 4-piece out of Whistler, British Columbia. Fuzzed out guitars, rumbling bass, and thundering drums. Inspiration: Queens of the Stone Age, Smashing Pumpkins, and Failure. That I got to tell you is a very interesting mix for those three bands to be put together. And Rocket Fuel is, let's see, I don't know if they compared it to anything really. No, they didn't. They didn't compare it to anybody. Like, okay, that's good. You didn't compare them to anybody, but yeah.
What did we compare ours to? I think we had. I think we just put our influences. We didn't.
It
say
says here influences including Faith No More, New Order, Peter Gabriel, and Audio Slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on there. But those are influences. Like, who do we sound like? God, I don't know.
Yeah. Who do we sound like?
Robots and Gods, obviously. We're a
Original.
one-off. Man.
You are original.
We only have one song, so it's it's like
right, yeah.
maybe listen to our whole set and you can tell us who we sound like.
You know what? I will be honest. You know what I'm truly waiting for? The Robots and Gods More remix. Every song has been I've heard quite a few bands that have given me original stuff, and like 3 months later, there's a remix.
Oh.
That's what I think is the next step. You need a more
Doja
remix.
Cat wanted to use some of our samples and stuff.
Well, if there's anyone listening that wants to remix it, please do.
Yeah, or you in a commercial or anything really that.
Well, as long as it doesn't end up in a commercial with John Cena, I think we're good.
We would be very happy to be in a commercial with John Cena.
I am totally fine with that. He was hilarious in Suicide Squad, so
I kind of liked him more in F9, but he was just badass in that movie.
He was a badass in that movie, but I like the silly part that he played in Suicide Squad. That movie was great, man. Like the first one was total shit, but that second one was hilarious.
Oh, it was only shit because it had Will Smith in it.
That I have to agree with you, man. He drives me insane. Sorry, Will. I know you're probably watching, but
yeah, he'll give me a call on the phone
every week.
Yeah, he'll give me a call on the phone. What the fuck's wrong with those guys, man? You're downing me on the show. Just fucking horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, but we.
I haven't even seen that movie, but I have seen Wild Wild West.
Well, for any consolation, I did try to start watching the original Suicide Squad when I was in the hospital, and for some reason I fell asleep like 15 minutes in. I don't know if there was a meaning behind that, but yeah.
I think there probably was.
I just like the song from the movie.
The song? There was only one?
Yeah, the one that they played on the radio all the time. The one.
Well, I want to see the new Matrix that's coming out. I'm excited about that.
Oh shit!
Listen, the same day The Matrix comes out, John Wick 4 comes out.
Oh whoa!
He's got-
Whoa, Keanu
he's
versus
got
Keanu.
Two movies on the
Yeah,
same day.
That'd be a good double bill though. I'd go watch both those.
Who fucking knew that Keanu would become this from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Eh? Like, fucking dope.
He's a pretty down to earth guy. Everything I've read about him, he's like a normal dude. Like,
But he
right,
is
just-
though. He lives here in the city. He rides the subway with everybody. I mean, you see him all over the place. He just like
Have you
sits in
seen
the
him?
park and hangs out.
Canadian, by the way. You know
I'm
that?
sorry.
He's Canadian, by the way.
Is he?
Is he?
And the funny
Yeah.
thing is that you'll see him on there have been numerous pictures of him in like the Daily News, the Post, the Times. Like he'll sit on the subway, people will come up and be like, "Oh my God, it's Keanu." He signs the autograph, and it's just like he's like numb
He
to
is.
it.
He's just like a regular dude.
He just freaking he'll talk to people on the train, and people are like, "Oh my God, we just hung out with Keanu Reeves for
That's
4
fucking
stops on the Q train or something."
I don't know, man. If I saw him in the subway station, I'd put my sunglasses on and start fighting him. Yeah.
like to me though, like it's kind of funny though because like I've seen people I've seen actors on the train, and I'm like, you know what? They're probably gonna be like, get the fuck away from me. Like
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
just
on the train, man.
I'm just sitting here enjoying my ride to go to my next movie thing or my next hair appointment or whatever. Like just let me sit here and. leave
But
me the
Ricky,
fuck alone.
when you're on the train, aren't you saying "get the fuck away from me" to everybody?
I've been one of those people that even if there are seats on the train, I don't sit down.
Oh, I'm like that too.
I took a trip. I took a trip into the city to go see a band one time, and on the way back, the train was empty, and I just legit stood up and fell asleep on leaning on one of the poles, and it was good the entire trip. I never fell or anything, but like I'm one of those people. Like, you know what? You guys can sit the fuck down. I'm just gonna stand here and go all back and forth and shit, and like it doesn't bother me.
Such a gentleman.
Apparently, yeah.
What I don't like about traveling on the trains, though, and this guy is notorious for doing it,
And here it comes.
he's on the train asking people for money, right? Like the normal panhandler type guy. However, the stop that I would normally get off, which is the last stop on the train here in Brooklyn, you see him get out and get into a limo and drive away. He is notorious for doing this. Like, it is the... Like
We have
you
the same shit here, man.
Wait, is he a limo driver?
No, he actually has somebody driving him around.
Yeah, we have people like that here too. They'll like wash your windows for the day, and then they'll go get in their nice car. It's pretty fucked.
It's kind of... I almost think it's kind of like those boss shows where the boss goes undercover and he's like looking
Yeah.
at all his employees. Like, I feel like it's the same shit, but there's just nobody recording it. Like,
See
I'm always waiting for that hidden camera to come out of somewhere.
he's the boss of the subway. I'm riding my own fucking trains here.
Like but it's crazy though, because like he wears like the most tatted up jeans, like the sneakers look like they're from like 1981, like the dingy gray like cut off sweatshirt and shit.
He does. He's scandalous.
He plays
You
the
gotta
part.
call him out.
I did one
did you?
time. He was like, "Dude, I'm just going home." I'm like, "How did you pay for that limo?" He goes, "I own it."
But is he in the passenger seat or is he driving it?
No, he's actually getting in the back door of the limo.
And has
And-
his own driver.
And he
Wow,
has his
that's
own
amazing.
driver. He drives away.
Maybe I'm in the wrong profession then.
I think so. Shit.
Ryan, I think we got a new way to pay for our recordings.
We gotta ride the SkyTrain.
Listen, I heard the
Oh,
best.
that's
I heard
funny.
the best way to do it, and there was a band that was doing it about like 2 or 3 years ago, before they got swept up in some type of weather situation. Believe it or not, they were paying for studio time with bottles and cans.
We tried that, but they won't accept them anymore. We had a couple big bags, and they're like,
Pretty
"Hey,
good. Pretty
jingle,
good.
jingle, jingle," and then they were like, "No."
there's
You know.
there's a woman that does like $500-600 a week in our neighborhood. She's bananas because she has the system mapped out. But she goes and she'll collect everybody's bottles and cans, and then she takes them to like a distribution place, drops them off, and she's legit tax-free in money.
Listen, there's people on. There was a whole family they did on TV that they talked about. They paid for their kids' whole college tuition with picking up bottles and cans for years. That's what they did.
Wow, that's a lot of work. Like,
It really is a lot of work.
You do kind of earn it, I guess, if you're going to do that. But holy shit! So what? You work your whole day job and then you go out in the nights, or vice versa? Like, what the fuck?
Believe it or not, like in our neighborhood, there's only, I'd say it's maybe in like a 20 or 30 square block radius for like garbage pickup, like every 3 days or whatever, and we only do recycling like once a week. So what they do is they probably have like some like little part-time job that they do during the day, but once recycling night comes, they will go and legit raid everybody's recycling bags. Or there's just people that put the bag out and be like, all right, here, take it, whatever. And that's how they make their money. But they legit have a schedule that they go down and they're like, okay, this family's usually got like 2 bags of good recycling bottles and cans, and we'll just take that to the store, cash that shit in, boom. By the end of the week, there's a few hundred bucks.
Yeah, that's a hard work though, man.
That's a mad scramble.
Yeah, the people in my neighborhood, I save my cans for them and stuff, and they're nice. But I feel like other people, it's yeah, I don't know. I feel bad if that's what you have to do for a living. It's not the most glamorous. Not like being a rock star like us.
Oh yeah, not like being a rock star, man. Look at us. Woo.
Yeah.
I gotta make dinner later. All these models are coming over. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of models at his house. They're model boats, but
model trains, man.
I knew it was something.
Get it right. Get it right.
I knew it was some type of model. And and the limos all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
Driving by my house. I live near the limo depot. That's actually not true.
Oh,
I don't know. There probably is a limo depot somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Where'd you get your limo? The toilet store?
Oh my god!
They got it on Craigslist. Let's admit it that way.
I love lamp.
It's funny because like one of the shows we had on there was a guy giving away a dog's testicle. The prosthetic testicle.
What?
Yeah.
Why would there be a prosthetic dog testicle? Like the dogs go like I need fake nuts. Like,
I don't know, but like he legit put it up on Craigslist. I haven't seen the ad anymore, so maybe he actually got rid of the thing. He said his dog died and he didn't want to waste the prosthetic testicle. So he would rather donate it or give it away to some other person who has a dog with no balls.
So when he cremated the dog, he had the testicle removed first.
I love it.
It's out there.
That is classic. Now, had I known all along, I would have definitely got into manufacturing fake dog balls.
Well, it's probably going to help some dog with his self-esteem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's because he needs one big nut and one tiny nut. He'll be lopsided.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was already invented. I thought truck nuts were already invented. Again,
don't put it on a Chihuahua. That's all I got to say. Because that would be, they probably walk funny, fall over on their side a bit.
Oh my god!
Is it a German Shepherd or what?
You know what? I think it was.
It was a bigger kind of dog. I don't remember what it was.
It was a pretty size nutsticle.
Let me tell you, it's one of those things where you're sitting there and you're like, "Wow, this guy's just donating dog nuts."
I love how we had like 10 minutes talking about music, and the rest is about testicles and all kinds of other.
Listen, it wouldn't be a Pipebomb show if we didn't have something particularly dirty on the show.
Listen, I'm working and doing this at the same time. See, I'm putting brownies in the oven. as we speak.
You're a tease then.
Listen, I have a job I got to do before
You're
the
a
morning.
bakery tease over there.
See, this is what's good about me doing this from home instead of in the studio, because I could be doing 500 things as I'm doing it.
Nice, sweet.
Well,
Okay.
we actually do have an article on food, by the way.
What, Meice?
I want to know what you're making.
I had just put brownies in the oven. I got to do a cake now in a minute. I got to try to get it all in at the same time. One oven trip.
That's usually what she says, getting it in all at the same time.
What?
I said that's what that's what women usually say about getting it in all at one time. So we actually do have an article about food. The realistic cake trend has gotten out of hand, which is kind of perfectly up your alley for the pastry industry.
Sure, bring it on. Let me hear.
It says here, you'd think the most important element of a cake is whether it tastes delicious, but in fact, the dessert's appearance has been recently more relevant. We're not talking about fancy multi-tiered cakes, but instead incredibly realistic cakes that have been trending on the internet over the past year. Sure, a cake that looks like anything but cake is nifty, but it seems that the trend has gone a little too far. In the summer of 2020, the editor of Know Your Meme, Don Caldwell, was already telling NBC News that the realistic cake trend is on its way out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good, then I don't have to take any classes then.
Go ahead. What was that?
Oh, I'm not putting my hand up. I was like,
Oh, no, I thought we were supposed to start talking at the same time.
oh no, what's?
I think as long as there's birthdays, there's going to be funky ass cakes. And there's gonna be weird cakes, and there's going to be fucking normal. There's going to be weird cakes. It's going to go on forever. I don't think that's going to stop.
Listen, as long as I can still bake a cake, I don't give a shit. Somebody's getting one.
Exactly. As long as
That's all
somebody's
I'm
buying
saying.
this, I don't give a shit.
I mean, on the screen right now, for those that are viewing that are actually currently watching the stream, it is an actual realistic version of a hamburger with fries and ketchup on them. However, that burger does look a little burnt. I probably would have loved it a little bit more medium than extra crispy.
See, like, if you watch those shows, like we watch, you know, like when Buddy vs. Duff is on. I don't know if anybody else watches that besides me.
Yeah.
There's a girl that's on that show that I am obsessed with. She's on Duff's team, and she makes cakes. I mean, Ricky could tell you, none of her cakes look like cake. She makes cakes that look like onions. She makes cakes that look like bread. You would never know the difference.
Yeah.
I've seen those before. I went to this kid's birthday party. It was like a friend or whatever, this kid, and they spent like hundreds of dollars on this cake. I can't even remember what it was, but I was just like, but it looked amazing.
Yeah.
But it didn't taste that good. So I don't know. To me, it's kind of.
Well, no. I mean, no. It's the truth. It's funny that you say that, because there's a lot of people around that say, like, if you do very good cake decorating, like, the cake doesn't taste as good. Like, the decoration is wonderful, but the cake tastes like shit.
It's
like
amazing. It's art
other.
though. Like it's pretty cool. People who are able to do all that sort of stuff. I can appreciate that, because I use cake mix when I make a cake. Okay, there, I said it.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Public. Yeah. I didn't want it, but it's Betty Crocker.
There is nothing wrong with that at all.
Listen, I'll admit it. I use Duncan Hines when I make brownies.
Oh, did I use Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker? I don't even know now.
Whatever's the red box, I use. That's the way I look at it.
Do you put in your brownies?
I have not tried to do that yet. One of these days, I will reach out to one of my friends and be like, "Hey, like, how do you do it?"
What? Special brownies?
Yes.
I got you. I lock.
I
got a guy. Don't worry about it.
In the Netherlands, they make these like beautiful, like I don't know, like like they're not. It's not brownies. They're like actual cakes. They have them in the store. You can buy a slice of cake, and it looks like beautiful like Black Forest cake, but it's got marijuana. It's friend of a friend went there and was like, "Oh, that looks amazing. I'm going to have a slice." And then they tripped out for hours and hours. They had no idea that there was marijuana.
I mean, it's really, truthfully, it's really not that. It's not difficult to do. It's really not to get it into butter or to get it into oil. It's really not that big of a deal.
No, it's a.
I just, I toyed with it quickly because like cookies are a big seller here, and you can make a lot of money. But family wise, like I had my daughter and her friends and all that stuff in the house, and I was just like, with my luck, I won't be here one day and someone will grab something they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm too nervous about.
The great part about not having kids, I can keep them on my counter.
But no, like it's not more for my. I don't really see it. I don't even want to say it. But like for my daughter, they're older, they're teenagers. It's not like I don't know that they do things, but I would prefer to not enable it at this point.
Yeah.
Or be the parent that's, that's handing them out to all the kids,
I'm ready to make brownies here time soon because I'm going to start doing my prep for my party. So I'm going to be making my own oil and stuff. So I've been saving. I even have it right here. I've been saving my shake so I can make oil. I do. I put it and I bake it and then I infuse it in oil for like 4 hours.
Yep.
I cook it up a boiler. And once that's all green and all lovely and all nice, and then I strain it.
Yep.
That's what I make my brownies.
And the irony of it all, as we're talking about the special brownies, Doobie pops in. What's up, Doobie? We were calling his name like subliminally, and he just popped in.
Doobie Hauser.
So,
Welcome, Doobie.
It's funny.
I don't know, but I'm still looking at this picture of the burger, and I'm like, God, why did you burn the burger?
Speaking of Doogie Howser, I was thinking about I came in with like a keyboard part, and Ryan. This is quite some time ago, but Ryan was like, "Jesus, that sounds like the Doogie Howser theme song."
Yeah.
Could you possibly even use that in a track? I would love to hear that.
Nah, no. I think I was using the same sound.
Yeah.
I sometimes get a little bit too into the 80s, I used some Huey Lewis sounds and things like that in the studio because I like that kind of stuff. So
There's nothing wrong with 80s music. Nothing.
No, I love 80s music, so I'm a big fan of it.
So am I.
Yeah. Awesome.
So I have been peeking the Thursday night game because we have a football show now, and so far I'm technically liking what I see. Tampa is winning 14-7 though, but the Cowboys are sticking with them.
No, fantasy football has started as of
Yeah,
today.
and well, it started. I have one team that I have absolutely no clue what it looks like because I was not around to do the draft when it was on, and my other team does not have anybody playing in this game, so I'm kind of happy.
So
Yeah,
Ricky,
Yes.
I don't have anybody playing.
oh sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
No, you're okay. Go ahead. I think
Okay.
I interrupted.
I was just gonna say, Ricky, do you ever watch the CFL, the Canadian Football League?
I actually have been taking little peeks at it. I'm not particularly a fan of where the goalposts are. Like, it's kind of the old school football style.
Yeah, it's
And,
different rules.
Yeah, and the field is a little bit shorter, which I'm not used to either.
But
Because
I think they have 4 downs instead of 3. I know nothing about football, just so you know.
it's a crazy thing because like I've been trying to watch as much football as possible, and one of the things that we're going to be getting into, I know the ladies are going to kill me for this. There is going to be a women's football league starting in April that we are supposed to be covering, and I believe it's part lingerie, but it's tackle. It's not indoor, it's outdoor. It's a team out of Colorado, so be on the lookout for that.
So the only way they can do women's football is as long as there's lingerie involved, I guess.
Apparently the lingerie league is huge on YouTube, and a lot of the women that are wearing the lingerie are people you don't want to fuck with. Like they're probably some of them are like built like Schwarzenegger, but they're like their faces are gorgeous, but they're like very too beefy.
So you're afraid of them?
I would be deathly afraid if I saw any one of them in a bar or a back alley.
They're big. They're good-sized women. We were in Vegas one year when they were having their championships. Holy shit. They're beautiful and big, tall women. Where I was just like...
Yeah, they are just obscene.
See, I love watching women's soccer. That's one of my favorite sports to watch. I think probably the best sporting event, and I've been to tons. I went to the Olympics when it was here, even events and stuff. But USA versus Canada, the women's, is unbelievable. It's kind of the opposite of men's soccer, because men's soccer, you touch the guy and he's like, "Oh, I broke my leg," and he's lying on the ground, and it's just but women's soccer, they're just trying to kill each other, and it's really it's great. It's like, it's unbelievable. They're really great competitors. It's really entertaining. I really like watching women's soccer. So I'm hoping they get a league in North America. That would be great. I would totally go see that.
Well, there is a league in North America, but it's not in the women's. I know the men's have a God, where the hell is Alex when you need him? The MLS, which is actually pretty good. They actually have 2 teams out of New York, which I guess they're okay. I just don't pay attention to it as much as I used to when I was filming it. But no, I actually watched a few of the women's games during the Olympics this year, and it was a lot better than men's games. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. It's the level is really good. So hopefully get to watch more of that. I don't watch a lot of sports, just hockey and soccer, but for some reason I just only like watching women's soccer. They're just
going back to football, Ricky. If you ever watch the CFL again, keep in mind there's quite a pay difference between the NFL and the CFL. These guys that play here, these poor bastards that are like busting their asses and getting the shit kicked out of them and stuff. These guys are making like $50,000 a year. This is like a normal job for people here.
Yeah, and that's Canadian.
They're not making.
Oh wait.
Canadian. Yeah, $50,000 in the U.S. is like, well, what's Ryan talking about?
Meice, go for that one. You do the conversion, because I don't think Steven can do it.
But it depends where you live here too, right? If you live in Vancouver, well, fuck. I mean, one person cannot really survive off $50,000 a year that well.
And that's before taxes, and we're in Canada, so.
So that's like $37.50.
Yeah.
No, it's
sad.
true.
Wow.
It's true. It's a big difference.
Pretty sad.
It's a big difference.
I don't know. How long have we been on? I can't even see that far.
An hour and 26 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So then we're almost to the time we were going to wrap it up. Damn, this shit went fast.
Man, it's always fun.
Jesus. All right, so I guess let's kind of start to wrap this up a little bit. Social media promo like we usually do, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about Saturday again.
That works for me.
Yeah, so Saturday, Robots and Gods live in a studio with mic'd drums. Oh my God, actual live mic'd drums.
Oh yeah.
Do you know how good that sounds? It sounds really, really good. Better than him playing on his little.
Oh God. Yeah.
Right.
So much better.
Oh, and electric guitar, super loud through a big, cabinet, and synthesizers. Well, just one, but and maybe some interesting outfits. Maybe.
We didn't mention the interesting outfits at the beginning of the show.
Well, we try and be a band and, have a thematic look where I look like we're all in the same band. We're not in different bands.
Not like Kiss or anything or Slip.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just like you don't want to be like this guy's in the jazz band and this guy's in a marching band and this guy's playing country. Like we all kind of want to look like we're in a band together. So we do, you know, we want to put some effort into how we look, and you will see that on display on Saturday.
Again, the tickets can be purchased at www.liveax.ca/events. It's obviously on the screen again. Robots and Gods is on the show with Introduce Wolves and Rocket Fuel. Event time is 8 p.m. Western, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tickets are $15 plus fees. That $15 is Canadian. We did have it as $1, like $11.83, I believe was the total earlier. So invest your money. These guys are good. I'm telling you right now, because we've all been waiting for new stuff, and we get to hear the new stuff on Saturday, which is more than long enough for a wait.
We're excited. It's a long time not playing music. So just when we were able to get back in the room together, and we had some pretty epic jam sessions, and I think you guys are gonna really like the new stuff. I think just everything's sounding as good as it's ever sounded. So I'm excited to go to get in the studio. Hopefully, we're looking October probably, getting into the studio to do some recording and actually, release some new material early next year, hopefully. But we really appreciate anyone who's going to support us and by either buying our merchandise or else, paying to see our show. That's amazing. If you guys support us, we really appreciate that. And, if anyone wants to chat with us, just send us an email. You can go to www.robotsandgods.com and you can email us at robotsandgods@gmail.com, and we'd love to have a chat with you if you want to connect with us. So
I'll make sure I pass that information on to our friend Nate that was in the chat before, so you guys.
Not that guy. I don't want to talk to that guy. Screw him.
You mean you didn't bring him with you?
What? No.
Yeah, he's already gonna be watching the show. He's well aware.
I think he snoozed out somewhere on some brownies.
You're gonna be some misogynist bullshit. Get lost.
He's off harassing some other chat room right now.
Yeah, fuck the haters, Steven. I agree.
All right, so do the ladies have any lovely things to say before we
No,
depart?
I got nothing.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe on all our platforms. We appreciate it and everything. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Robots and Gods, for coming on. And Ryan, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. That it's been, we haven't had a lot of things happening in the last little bit, but knowing that we can come on here and have a chat with you guys and sort of tell people about our project, it means a lot to us. We all appreciate it.
And we got a bunch of stuff coming up, so
yeah.
So it's nice to have stuff to talk about and look forward to, and
finally.
Yeah.
And
peace and love to you guys. Thanks so much.
Peace and love.
Nice to meet you. Ricky, thank Christ you're okay, dude.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Enjoy those weed brownies or the regular brownies.
Mine are regular brownies. I have customers I have to sell them to.
I know.
All right, so tomorrow we will have Pipebomb Radio Flashback Fridays on 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to promote the shit out of the show again tomorrow, and then right before we kill off Saturday on Arch Rivals Football, we'll make sure we advertise it on there as well. We definitely more than appreciate you guys coming on and spending time with us and hanging out.
Fun every time.
And checking out, and again, thank you guys for checking on me. Like, again, you have no idea how much that really means to me. But till tomorrow at 4 p.m., back on Spreaker.com and Sound Machine FM, this is Pain Train Pipebomb, and we will catch you guys later.
Wow, did you like that show? Hey, if you did, like, follow, subscribe, and share out our show. And if you need merch, we got you. Don't forget to check out paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com. for show merchandise at great prices. Tune in next week for another episode of Pain Train Pipe Bomb.